Well, the adolescent years are some of the most confusing times for young people. Connecting and understanding your teen can be a tricky task during these years, especially for grandparents. So what's the trick for getting grandkids to put their phones down and actually connect? Well, best-selling author Mark Gregston is here with his new book, Grandparenting Today's Teens, and he might just have the tip you need to make that connection with your grandkids today. This could happen today.
That's right.
All right. Well, congratulations on your new book. It's
Thanks.
called Grandparenting Today's Teens. And so what inspired you to write this book?
You know, I mean, I'm a grandparent, and I love being a grandparent. I love my grandkids a lot more than my own kids. I mean, and I think grandkids are a reward for not killing your own kids.
That's
and so
right.
There's something about that. And I also feel like this is a culture where most parents have said, I'm glad I don't have to grow up in it. So I think we could use all the help. Our kids can use all the help they can get, and I think grandparents play a special role. I'm a grandparent. I've got an 18-year-old granddaughter going off to school, and I've got one down to 4 or 5 years old. And it's been interesting to watch the influence that a grandparent can have, because we don't have to be a parent. We don't have to play that role. We're not just a parent on steroids, we're something completely different.
I couldn't agree more, and my parents are such an integral part of my kids' lives right now, and they're teenagers. So let's talk about really the differences between the role of a parent and the role of a grandparent.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't have to deal with rules. I mean, I don't have to deal with dealing with all those deep issues and stuff. I'm there to love them, to encourage them, to help them get to a better place, to create an environment where they feel loved no matter what. When they walk into my home, I don't correct them all the time. I don't tell them what's wrong. I don't do that. I love on them. I want them to know there is a place that they can find wisdom, that they can find encouragement, that they can find a hug, a pat on the back, their favorite meal, and I'm going to spoil the daylights out of them.
That's right.
And because that's what I'm supposed to do as a grandparent. And that's probably why I like grandparenting a lot more than parenting.
I think that's universal. I think that
everybody feels that.
Yes, widespread. All right, so the grandparents are the fun ones. They spoil the kids. But really, how can they get them to put their devices down and really not take advantage of the lackadaisical sort of energy from grandparents to put their devices down and connect with them? Because that's important.
Yeah, it is important. And I tell parents all the time, or tell grandparents all the time, quit being so boring. I mean, if all they're doing is sit around talking, correcting their kids, I got to pass on all this information, and they don't want more information. They want somebody to listen to them, somebody to hear their story. They've spent all their lives listening to us. Now it's our turn to listen to them. And so it's not saying let's just enter into the tech world. It is saying, how do I get them out of that? By doing things, by creating experiences, doing things with them that they're wanting to be more engaged with us than they are the phone or all their other people. And so I think there's something about the way we engage that makes it different. When I can convey relationship, love, wisdom, encouragement, and they feel that, I can offer them what they cannot get from anyone else.
Oh, that's so important and really profound. All right, so we know that teens can be a little stubborn, and so if there's a grandparent who is struggling to connect with them, some advice for them.
Well, I live with 60 high school kids, and we've had about 3,000 kids live with us through the years. So I've learned a little bit about engaging with kids, and part of it is be quiet. Stop talking all the time. Because what happens, our kids are so bombarded with information that if all you are another source of information, they will eliminate you. Just like I do. When I hear too much, I stop. So I tell moms all the time, and I tell grandmoms all the time, stop talking so much where they don't shut you out, because everybody knows that they are the wisest people that have ever walked on the face of the earth. And what you do is remain quiet, that even a fool appears wise when he keeps his mouth shut. And open the door for them to come to you and start asking questions so you can share the wisdom, not just more information.
I love this. I love everything that you're saying, and it's really, really great to hear. All right, so the important role of a grandparent, what is it in a teen's life?
To listen.
Okay.
To listen, to be that place that a child can go and know that somebody's going to listen to my heart, and then I can spend time helping them engage in their culture that is a little bit different. They're not as mature. They're a little bit overwhelmed. They don't make good decisions all the time. But I can give them and share wisdom with them that will steer and direct them and offer them something they won't get. A legacy is not what you leave in their bank account. It's what you deposit in their hearts. And so that's what I want to be as a grandparent. I want them to remember me as someone who has deposited something very special into their hearts.
Wonderful, Mark. Real quickly, in your book, what other lessons can you help grandparents navigate?
Oh, yeah. How to listen, how to not talk all the time, how to shift your grandparenting style to encourage, grandkids. They need you desperately. And so I just share all of my techniques that I've used throughout the years and say, look, try this. It'll work. It's a way that you can remain engaged with them and get them to engage with you.
Fantastic advice.
Good.
Glad you were here with us today.
You bet.
All right. Thank you again. Take the time to connect with your teen as a grandparent. You can offer them something no one else can. And if you need tips, pick up your copy of Grandparenting Today's Teens or any of Mark's best-selling books at parentingtodaysteens.org.